by Capitol Hill. Tonight's contest features the visitors from FC Mammoth and Real Central New Jersey. Now, tonight's officials. The referee, Tom Policello. The assistant referees, Stephanie Whelan and Alex Serrata.
That's perfect.
The fourth official, Kirk Lecoq. Now, the starting 11. Let's meet our friends from FC Mammoth. Starting in goal from Marist University, number 0, Nelly Bianchi-Nagel. On defense from Post University, co-captain number 3, Amber McGee. At forward from the University of Miami, number 15, Ali Serlenko. At midfield from the College of William & Mary, number 7, Paige Seitz. At midfield from Mount St. Mary's University, 16, Peyton Gallagher. At midfield from Sacred Heart University, number 30, Maddie DiUgenio. At forward from LaSalle University, number 9, Alexis Garcia. Defender from James Madison University, co-captain number 12, Gillis. On defense from the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, number 20, Marley Besser. On defense from Westchester University, number 18, Kaylee Nagel. And at midfield from Westchester University,
the camera, the whole
24, Kiki Barber. The head coach of FC Mammoth is Lou Santa Cruz. With assistant coaches Brian Finley and Charles Shermer, and general manager James Davis. And now the starting 11 for Real Central New Jersey. Starting in goal from the University of Scranton, number 0, Mackenzie Van Arsdale. At midfield from Franklin and Marshall College, number 2, Megan Valerna. On defense from Drexel University, number 4, Adriana Salzano. At forward from TCNJ, 15, Taylor Kroc. On defense from Binghamton University, number 16, Sam Allen. On defense from the University of Scranton, number 24, Lena Mayer. At midfield from Colgate University, number 26, Jade Vieira. Starting at forward from Bucknell University, 28, Riley Hayes. At forward from American University, number 30, Phoebe Merrigan. On defense from the University of Rhode Island, number 32, Allison Gilbert. And at midfield from TCNJ, 37, Abby Nash. The head coach of Real Central New Jersey is Brian Thompson, joined by Kim Maurer, Jamie Skorupski, Melissa Frakes, and Ben Chernelik. This time, we ask everyone to please rise if you are able and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
to another WPSL game here at Ben Cohen Field. Tonight it is Real Central versus FC Mammoth, and it is Sam Prince with you tonight. Alongside with me is Gerasmos, and Gerasmos. Tonight, these two teams are coming and inching for a playoff spot where Real Central comes in to tonight 4th place with a 3-1-3 record, and for FC Mammoth they are 3-2-2 on the season. But what for Real Central? How can they come out of this match? Because this is a must-win match. They need to come in, and what do you think this biggest factor is for them?
Well, first off, I think it's a huge match for either side. I mean, right now, you're looking at the table right now. The Elite Barons are leading the pack with 16 points, and Mammoth and RCNJ both kind of neck and neck in that 3rd and 4th spot. And if they want a shot to get first place at the end of this regular season that's only 10 games long, they need this one tonight, and they need it badly. But for Real Central, to answer your question, I think today they just got to be a collective unit. They got to find their strikers up top. They got to make sure that they keep this game within their grasp. And also, believe it or not, this is the final home game they've had all year long, and they played quite well here, only one loss being their last game, unfortunately. But looking to kind of get back to winning ways here, and no better way to get a big win than in front of your home crowd and put yourself back in great position to get closer to that first spot.
Yeah, no better way, and if Real Central can get the victory tonight, it would put them in 3rd place and really move the tables for the better for all the Real Central fans out there tonight. We've got going where FC Mammoth starts to get things early up going. Sights up early. The attack comes to Major. Najwitz has it for about a second in the midfield. Sights looks to go. We have a battle between Sights. Major.
Yeah, and Mammoth is going to go to Sights a lot on that right wing. She's been very good all season long. 3 goals, puts her tied 3rd in this entire Colonial division in goals. So they're definitely want to keep a good eye on her on that right wing.
With the attack for Real Central on the right wing. It's out. Will be Real Central ball. The first corner kick of tonight will belong to Riley Hayes. Hayes going, the slow tap. The attack on the outside. Mammoth looks just clear it. Going closer as Gilbert gets it, looses the ball up, but Mammoth will keep it in. Ferreira looks to have it. With the run is Major. Allen looks to come up. Back to Major. With the cross inside the box. Comes up with the boot. And it'll be caught closely for the first action inside the box tonight for FC Mammoth.
It looks like some of the crowd were pleading for a handball there on Lizzie Gillen, today's captain for Mammoth, and it looked to be off her shoulder, so unfortunately no call there for the home crowd.
Hey, you know the home crowd always wants that little extra call to boost them up, so they couldn't really change the referee's time for that one. Merrigan looks to go. Real Central keep on attacking so far tonight. They kick inside the box. Play a little ping pong. Goes up as Allen. Comes in as Major, the left wing. Sights. Looks to go. Coming is Pendulum. Comes in. Van Arslan with the reset for Real Central. The first time really tonight we've been seeing this ball on the right side of the pitch.
And so far RCNJ doing a good job dictating the pace of play at the moment. But if I'm head coach Brian Thompson, and I would like to see some early command and possibly an early goal to kind of get things all on the right track, especially in this kind of game. You got to get off to a quick start.
Najowitz outside the box when the shot goes in, and that's a goal! Comes in off the crossbar, and all of a sudden it's 1-0 Real Central. The fans here are pumped.
And as they should. What a strike that was from Najinovic. Just a missile. Took all the space she had, and why not let it rip? And wow, off the crossbar and in. And it just seemed to just get over the line as well, out of the reach of the goalkeeper, Nelly Nagled. And so now RCNJ, like I said, I feel like I just said it, Sam, that they need the quick goal, and they got it there. And the team's leading scorer with her 3rd goal now on the year. And no better time to have it to get off to this early start.
Now, you saw Najowitz, one thing she did last year so well. And tonight, 3 goals on the season for her. Naj, it just seems like that was a goal, a shot where it was supposed to hit the crossbar, go out. One of those head scratchers, oh, I should have had that one, but it just got in there.
It was a rocket.
Then FC Mile looks to counter. Van Arsel put her hands up and be like, all right, I'm going to let that roll out for a goal kick. So we're under 5 minutes and we have a goal here.
And you can see there Maddie DiEugenio was looking to kind of respond in the same way that Najinovic did with that strike outside the box. Didn't get as much airtime, though, as Abby Naj did. But not a bad strike, not a bad shot selection as well.
Not at all.
But she does lose it there.
And Swafford looks to go. With the throw-in. Real Central looks to go. I mean, you go back to that goal, Taylor Crott had a beautiful kick and boot, a little pass to Naj to get it in. I mean, that's exactly what you practice, exactly what you cook up on the recipe book, and it came true.
Yeah, and you could see on the attack that she also decided to she was in the box, she had a chance to maybe take a shot, but she decided to go backwards in order to go forward, and it resulted in the goal by Abby Najinovic outside the box.
And FC Miles will just play catch-up so far, because now Real Central's going to have a throw-in. Look close. As Merrigan will have it. Merrigan up to Naj. Be booted out by Swafford. And then another throw-in for RCNJ. CNJ. Back-to-back throw-ins near the box, so Judo looks to go. Gonna have a foul.
Something to also recognize today, that goal by Abby Naj, the 10th goal of the season for RCNJ. So getting into double digits as a team this year, always great to see, and especially near the end of the year, where you're gonna really have to start getting more on the score sheet. Now their goal differential's dead even. I mean, they've given up 10, they've scored 10. So if I'm head coach Brian Thompson, why not try to go into these final 3 games and say, hey, how about we win these next 3 games? How about we score more than we give up? And good things are going to happen.
I mean, you're taking it 1 game at a time, and that's what you really got to do. Major keeps it in. Instead, it'll be out on her. Paige Seitz looks to gut it in. Mammoth looks to go inside the box. 1-on-3 opportunity. Looks to come out. Gillen looks to go. Sights in the cross with a kick inside the box. It'll roll out. Naj will clear it out. Gillen looks to go.
And some great defense there. I think I saw 4 red jerseys soaring around Ali Serlenga, and it definitely worked there. Really good defense to kind of prevent any sort of turn to get out of it. And so now you're seeing Mammoth kind of have to recover and play through their back 4 once again.
You know, I mean, this is exactly what we've been seeing so far of this past little games from RCNJ. Their defense really carrying the load. taken up, stolen by RCNJ and Balogun.
And I think that that last pass by Matty Eugenio may have been the wrong one. As you saw, there was a big run being made on the right wing. So definitely something that you're probably going to see more often is the players trying to look both ways, trying to survey the field and finding the best option. Unfortunately, not the one there. But now RCNJ with a good option on their side.
You know, the free kick, first free kick of tonight's match. Just under 10 minutes inside this match. Taken up. Naj gets in. Looks to go, rolled outside. So close, but so far. A little to the left of the net. Tried to header it in on the bottom left, but couldn't get that one in.
It was a really good cross, a great run made by Megan Balerna. Almost had the header right on frame, but it wouldn't count anyway as the offsides flag was up. So probably a more diagonal run would have played a good part for her, but still a good opportunity by RCNJ, and they're looking great in these first 10 minutes.
You know, but hey, it doesn't matter how much you got. You just got to win the game, win the match. Goes in. Sights. Looks to go one-on-one opportunity with a shot, and instead it will roll up to Van Arsenal's hands.
And it was a really dangerous play. She had a really good touch off her left foot to get by, and almost had that shot in the near post, but thankfully Van Arsdale knows the biggest rule of a goalkeeper to guard your near post, and she definitely did so there. But you're already seeing the danger that Paige Sights kind of brings to this defense of RCNJ, and they're going to have to really keep an eye on her all day. She's got really good pace, and here it is again.
Paige Sights. Can she get another opportunity? Instead, Gilbert will get it out, but it will be a corner kick. My bad, Etsy. Give me RC and J ball.
Well, what happened there was Gilbert made a really good play, hitting it off of Paige Sights as it was going out of bounds, and very smart play since it was going to be off of an RCNJ jersey at the time. So a smart play to kind of gain your team possession, ensure that the opposition doesn't have a corner that could also create another threat.
Now Gillen, the captain, will have it. Kicking around is FC Mammoth. So the bounce. Major. Be targeting her. Ball midfield. For FC Mammoth, these past couple minutes, they've been really attacking the box. Where Sights, can she get a third opportunity? The kick will roll up. And the RCNJ ball once again.
I like what you mentioned, that they are being aggressive despite going down a goal. Some teams kind of give up and they put their heads down, and it's just it's tough to recover from, but they understand they have a lot of time left. Their heads are definitely up, and they're trying to get as many opportunities as possible, because since the goal, I think, from RCNJ, Mammoth has seemed to have more of the possession and kind of play the ball with a little more sharpness. Unfortunately, as I say that, a tough pass there, but still, you're seeing a lot of attack coming from FC Mammoth, and if they're going to want to get back into this game, it's going to have to continue very early on here in this first half.
Well, I mean, you saw this already so far, where RCNJ has been so aggressive so early. FC Mammoth would have to follow back, being down 1-0. Speaking of FC Mammoth, they're going to have the throw-in.
And FC Mammoth trying to get out of a jam here, using their midfielders to kind of create a triangle formation somewhat. It seemed to have worked for a little bit, but some good pressure being applied early on by RCNJ, trying to match the physicalness of FC Mammoth.
RCNJ with a throw-in. Let's take control. Ball in midfield. Said FC Mammoth looks to roll and see if they have another opportunity to strike here. Look to go in as Sights wants to have it. Sights playing a one-on-one. Taken away by RCNJ. Comes into Allison Gilbert. Also take it herself with a one-on-two opportunity. Long pass to Abby Nash. Can Nash get there? Yes, she does. As we taken out by FC Monmouth, and it will be a throw-in for RCNJ.
And a very good job in transition was RCNJ. That a very good attack, actually, that was developing for FC Monmouth, but a poor pass and a great interception by Allison Gilbert to kind of create that through ball to Phoebe Merrigan. Unfortunately, unable to get to there, but still averting the crisis while giving yourself a chance to kind of create something new.
You know, Merrigan looks at it there. Sights, got it by Major. To come on FC. Mammoth looks to attack. They look to come up. Is Sologru with a shot. It'll be tipped off, and it'll just be taken up.
An interesting choice there being made by Ali Serlanga. It was essentially a 2-on-4 in favor of RCNJ. I'm surprised she didn't wait for some more white jerseys to kind of enter the attacking third, but nevertheless, they still win possession. They have another chance to make something happen here.
You know, I know you mentioned it a couple minutes ago, Drosmos. I really liked how FC Monmouth really came back and started being aggressive, saying, you know, we're not going to back down. It doesn't matter, we're down 1-0. Aggression, FC Monmouth looks with the cross, and so the shot will just be caught by Vansdale. And Ardsdale has been in the box tonight. She's been everywhere. She's seen the ball a lot, even though her team is up 1-0.
Well, FC Monmouth continually trying to play through their wings. You can see a lot of runs being made on the outside, whether it's for a cross or just a shot opportunity. You're seeing it a lot. And what RCNJ is doing a very good job of is not letting those players get inside. They're keeping them outside of the pitch, making sure they can't get central and get a dangerous shot off on frame. And that's really why they've been able to counter some of these attacks that FC Monmouth has been giving them.
Crott looks to go. Instead, it'll be just a ball will roll out. The real central ball. Major is going to have the throw-in. Going to have it to Nash. Nash outside the box in the wing.
Some very good footwork.
Crott looks to go. The tailor back up the legs. Simon gets it off of Major's hair. It looks to go off of her where instead of be out on FC Monmouth.
Yeah, it looked like Crott in the corner was trying to actually force a corner kick, but a very good job avoiding it was the FC Monmouth defender.
Just to go. Monmouth keeps to go. With the cross. Be out. Another shot, and as we wind to the left, and instead of be a goal kick for Real Central.
Yeah, FC Monmouth dominating the shot count at the moment. That's shot number 5 for them. Meanwhile, just one shot for RCNJ, and that shot a goal, believe it or not, from Abby Najinovic if you missed it early on in this game. And so you're kind of seeing RCNJ, you'd like to see them get more chances off, but at the same time, they're taking them when they count. And so far from FC Monmouth, they are getting their shots off, but not much of quality. Maybe one great one, I think, from Paige Sights early on from the right wing was pretty threatening. And I think I'd like to see more of that from FC Monmouth.
I mean, I think we're going to see a lot more of that through Paige Sights because she's been all over the pitch tonight. She's been everywhere. But 5 shots so far for FC Monmouth. That's just something where the team is usually up when they have more shots, but not tonight.
That's a poor pass. You got to break out of the back 4. I think Bianca Nagel understands that, but RCNJ trying to take advantage now of this mistake.
Now, Jay looks to take advantage. Coming is Crott to Nash. On the outside wing with a kick. Intended to the assist to Crot. Couldn't get that one in, so it'll be out. Still Real Central ball.
A very good turn.
Coming is Crot. 1-on-2. Taken up. FC Mammoth defender took it up and deflected it out. And it will be RCNJ ball for the throw-in, where it'll be Major with a throw-in.
Yeah, everything was nearly perfect there for RCNJ. Really good ball movement at the top of the key, if you will, and then Taylor Crott, a very nice turn to kind of set up a cross opportunity, but unfortunately nothing doing at the moment. But they still got possession back.
I mean, you talk about that one possession for RCNJ. Almost everything went perfectly, except the one little boot off where, and then all the pieces fell. They needed that one last puzzle piece, and they couldn't find it. CNJ looks to attack once again. Ballerina. Back to Stone. FC Mammoth with the attack. Comes in. 1-on-2 opportunity. Comes in. 1-on-3. Taking up a bunch of sworn red jerseys. Took it themselves. Comes in. Go with the attack to Nagel. Nagel gets herself instead of be booted up by Major. It will be still thrown for FC Mammoth. Of course, who has it page sights the 1-on-2 opportunity. Nagel with the cross, the shot is up, and that's a goal! All of a sudden, it's a 1-1 game.
Wow, and just a great recovery there. You saw the initial cross, and it took a big deflection, and then you saw Sights play it back outside, set up another cross, and then the goal. And it looks to be Maddie Di Eugenio to open the scoring sheet for FC Mammoth. So a very great goal by her to kind of set up a great game that we're seeing so far. A 1-0 game, 20 minutes gone in this first half, but a very good job of her to kind of jump up there and leap with all of her might to get a touch onto that cross. And it definitely did some very good stuff for FC Mammoth.
Yeah, all of a sudden, I mean, the aggression paid off. I mean, it was shot after shot after shot for FC Mammoth. Now it's a brand new ball game.
And I think Van Arsdale was also kind of shocked the ball kind of went that direction too. She kind of froze for a second as well, but at the end of the day, FC Mammoth's going to be very happy about that opportunity, as after their fifth shot of the game, they finally have been able to strike and respond to that early goal from Abby Najinovic and Real Central, New Jersey.
Once Abby Nash's goal went in, it seemed to be all Real Central, but the response is the key so far. Sights wants to make it 2-1. Comes in with the cross by the shot, and it's going to wait to the right, and Van Arsdale will take it up herself.
And you can see kind of the frustration coming out from Sights. I think she wanted to get a little under that ball a little bit more. Kind of jammed herself on that shot, but still a smart idea to cut inside to her left foot and to get another crack at it. She's obviously been one of their better players this season, and you can see easily see why, because of how she's able to create her own chances.
Nagel comes in. So that's going to be offsides.
Now, it looks to be a handball there. It's just a unfortunate play for RCNJ, but another opportunity for FC Mammoth. And it seems as though RCNJ has their heels against the wall at this point. It's all FC Mammoth since that first goal, like you said.
And we look to have some subs in momentarily for RCNJ as they're lining up. But we have not got an official word in the sub, so we're just going to play on with the shot. Way too high for the net.
Now they're going to pause for the sub, but on that shot, kind of shocked they went for the shot from that distance, but at this point, why not? You have momentum fueling in you, and might as well let one rip. But so far, again, FC Mammoth doing a very good job getting chances of their own now. in this game.
Lizzie Arthur will be entering the match for Jade Herrera. And Lindsey Hines comes out.
Play's not done yet. You got to stay on your toes if you're RCNJ. Great save by Van Arsdale, but not done.
And that's going to be out. I mean, what a play for the deflection. Now FC Mammoth is coming in. This is a team where it seems like it doesn't matter. They were down 1-0. They are a fighting team.
Yeah, and just going back to that shot real quick, Alexis Garcia, it was a really good rip at it. Really nice shot, aiming for that left side of the netting, but Van Arsdale a step ahead.
Comes in, bunches from the cross. Bunched out, kicked way too high into the woods. We have a brand new ball. We'll play on.
Yeah, look to get under that ball. Not the best contact. But RCNJ now a little bit behind in this game for what it seemed as though they were ahead in every facet. But I think the first step to kind of getting back in the driver's seat is to keep the ball on the opposition's half of the field for an extended period of time. Try to play possession, try to slow the game down, because right now FC Mammoth is playing very fast. They're trying to utilize this first goal to create a second goal. And I think RCNJ so far kind of playing FC Mammoth's game at the moment instead of their own. And that's hopefully something I think Brian Thompson and co are going to want to see more of.
The attack, FC Mammoth, the shot right up to Van Arsdale. I mean, so far they have double-digit shots after they were down 1-0 within not even 5 minutes into this match. What a turn of events tonight. That's why you play the game. Ballerina. Segal, this ball will roll out and just be a goal kick for Mammoth. With a bunch of grouping in where looks like there's going to be more subs momentarily.
Yeah, RCNJ kind of trying to change the picture here for their side. I mean, you're obviously seeing some quick substitutions since that first goal was allowed to create something new, and now it seems like they're looks like they're putting Masionik up top now, which he was seen in that role quite often this year.
I mean, now with a new look for RCNJ, I mean, they just want to get some fresh legs out there and just take a rest, because you do have unlimited substitutions in the WPSL where it's a strategy. Maybe they saw something was up. They're just taking a rest, taking a water break, and those could play a factor later on this match.
Oh, definitely. I think you definitely need to make substitutions early, kind of, I would say, enhance the energy that your players have going into halftime and going into the second half. You got to look ahead sometimes when you're in the first half, for sure. And I think you're seeing that early on from both sides, as you saw FC Mammoth make a substitution of their own as well. But I think it just goes back to RCNJ trying to create a new approach as they go into these final 15, 20 so minutes in this first half. And I think the big key for them is they're going to have to try to get a quick goal or just a good amount of chances going into halftime to kind of give themselves something good to talk about. And so far, it's not been the best since that one shot. Like you said, I mean, we've only seen one shot this entire game from RCNJ. Thankfully, it was a goal, but we need to see a little bit more from that, especially in a desperate game like this where you kind of have to win if you want a good shot at the postseason.
Yeah, for either team, this is a must-win. This would really put them in a chance to get in the postseason. But you know when there's those do-or-die games in the season where now every game is do-or-die for both teams?
Yeah. It's kind of the best part of the season, believe it or not, to see both these teams kind of I mean, obviously FC Mammoth with 11 points, RCNJ with 10. To see these teams kind of neck and neck in the standings, neck and neck in this game, it's just a lot of fun to watch. It's going to be real interesting to see where things end up, but here's a really good chance.
Looks to go. RCNJ on the attack. Comes in outside the box. Across the ballerina. Comes in on the outside box. The shot is up. Ball bobbled in, and it will be a save for FC Mammoth.
Another dangerous opportunity. That was a really good through ball and a good cut inside, but some great defending by FC Mammoth to kind of prevent any sort of danger on that fast break.
And think of that. They've already only had 2 shots in this match so far. Well, compared to FC Mammoth's double digits, 10 shots on the night. First substitutions now for FC Mammoth. Victoria Vangello is coming in for Kiki Barber.
And Pungello is actually one of the goal scorers in FC Mammoth's previous game. Unfortunately, a loss for them. It was just their second of the season. But Pungello, I guess the hot boot, if you want to call it, why not put her in?
Especially a little over 15 minutes left to go inside this first half of action. The red shirts look to get it out.
A great turn by Najinovic to get out of that. There was 3 white jerseys swarming her, but a phenomenal job getting out of that and creating an attacking opportunity there for a slight moment. But now more substitutions for RCNJ, and it looks like it is going to be Najinovic, the goal scorer, taking a rest.
She used to take a rest in NJAC play when she plays for TCNJ in about the 30th minute. So that's just something where I feel like they're just playing the same exact way she plays in the NJAC conference.
It looks like Ava Fox and Kat Sertikowski now in for RCNJ, but they're going to have to really get hustling coming into this game after that attack.
Comes in. Looks to go for the red shirts. Comes out. To come in. Fox. Squared off of her. Now the FC Mammoth throwing.
It
Nagel.
did not look like Kaylee Nagel wanted to slow down at all on that throw-in. They want to keep the pace as fast as they possibly can.
I mean, you've been seeing this draw, so why wouldn't they want to stop? Why wouldn't they want to go? Gilbert, the stop, the clear potential. Looks to go. It's the red shirts coming in.
A really good one, too.
The second best opportunity of the night, let me just taken out by FC Mammoth, stolen up by Benanti Nagel. With to stop a potential 3rd shot of the night, and comes in, ball in midfield. Fox almost had it, but Nagel gonna take it from her. See Mammoth. It's to go. See Mammoth with the attack, the cross, and that's gonna be out.
Yeah, it was quite the ambitious shot there, Sam, looking to get the lead in a big way from the left side, the left wing, but definitely a little too high for the liking, and
that's gonna be one they watch back on the film room. Because you know when you're on those runs in soccer, you got the open pitch, you see it, with the shot, you just think that's going in. That was one of those. She thought that was going in. It was just way too high. Comes in. Looks to go. And Zensar. With the run, coming. Iskovic. Moments to go outside, and it'll be dove in with the save for FC Mammoth.
And that's now 2 consecutive plays where you're seeing RCNJ trying to put more pressure on FC Monmouth's back line. 2 consecutive great crosses, if I have to say. But again, this is a lot better from what we're seeing now from RCNJ. And you're really seeing them trying to tackle the task of getting back in the driver's seat and getting this game back in their hands. But still lots of work to be done, not just for them really, but also for FC Monmouth. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a team that has 11 shots on the board, just 1 goal. So they definitely would like to try to make that 2 rather quickly.
Nagel looks to go. Comes in. FC Monmouth the attack. Playing a little ping pong. Comes in, Nagel. 1-on-3 outside the box. The cross shot blocked. Shot attempted by FC. Comes in, and that's getting way too high with a shot. Like the attempt, like the power, but it was just way too high for her liking.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad strike at all. Very good strike there to kind of put things, kind of get another shot close to frame. Unfortunately, a little off was Payne Gallagher, it seemed. But you're seeing FC Monmouth take these ambitious shots since they are level. They can take more risks. And risks aren't bad, especially at this stage in the game where you can take some risks in this first half. They're just trying to get shots off in any way they can. And if they have space, they're going to use it. And they're going to use that space to take a shot. Another sub, it seems, also for FC Monmouth shortly.
You know, looks to line up on the outside. Looks to go is Murphy. Comes in. On the outside is RCNJ. Looks for the cross, comes out. Salvitz. Silzano wanted that one, and now there's going to be a substitution for FC Monmouth.
Looks like it's Conroy coming in for FC Monmouth.
It'll be Conroy for Rihanna Stainton. Serengo. Come in.
And Serlangua has looked pretty good so far. She had a really good shot attempt early in this game. She's been one of the better players for FC Monmouth this year. 2 goals on the year, so someone they're going to look to in the second half. Give her a little break here in the first half as they're just 10 minutes away from any added time that is necessary in this first half.
Yeah, I mean, you saw RCNJ do that with Abby Nash, sub her out around the 30-minute mark. I feel like a lot of teams are doing that in the WPSL. Really subbing their stars out just for a little extra rest. RCNJ with the attack, outside the box. With the cross, comes in. Mammoth with the deflection. Look to go, just clear out. Already have 11 shots for the night so far. Excuse me, that's 12 as Vansdale looks to just go. Where you now see this keep away game going back and forth where RCNJ came out really aggressive to Rosmus. Now they're silently just going playing way more conservative throughout this half. They haven't had as many nearly opportunities as FC Monmouth, but that's something to just take a note throughout this match so far.
Well, they're slowly but surely trying to get back to where they were, that kind of form we saw them in those first 5 to 10 minutes or so. I mean, you're seeing them kind of play more possession, trying to get the ball in the opposition's half more often, and there's another physical play there. Definitely a little too much on the back end of it, so free kick for RCNJ, and it looks like the foul's going to be on for Snell. And now it's the goal scorer, Sam, coming out of this game. Maddie DiEugenio, a header.
And it'll be Stella Sod. I mean, DiEugenio and Nad, the 2 goal scorers, is going to be on the bench for the rest of this first half of play. See Mammoth to come in. Gilbert, one of the only few remaining starters on the pitch for FC RCNJ. To go in. To come back. RCNJ. With the go. RCNJ.
Good pressure being applied.
The opportunity now after they're going to have a chance for the throw-in with 40 minutes about to be on the clock.
Substitutions for FC Mammoth in the 40th minute. Entering the match, number 21, Anna Kassler.
Anna Kassler is entering the match.
Ryan Stanton.
And Ryan Stanton's coming in.
Place number 9.
It's not John Carlos Stanton, that's Ryan Stanton.
Number 18,
Kaylee Nagel is going to be on the bench. She was one of the attackers early who almost got a goal. She had a couple good shot SOGs, Gerasimos, but just couldn't get in the net.
But those shots definitely have added up for them, and it only adds pressure on RCNJ. But let's see if they can get a shot of their own.
Shot of their own comes in. Oh, just off, little to the left. That'll be goal number 2 of the day for RCNJ, but instead it'll still be 1-1.
And I have to say, quite a very good shot. Very good shot there. Off the laces, took a few bounces, but was going to be out of the reach of Bianca Nagel. And so now I think you just got to try to find ways to get more of those shots on board.
Fox on the attack. Tries to get it out. See Mammoth with a swarm of red jerseys. Looks to go up. Takes up. It's real central. Looks to go with the attack.
And there's Sophie Berman. That's who took probably the second best shot of the game there. And you see her kind of commanding the midfield at the very moment. Usually someone who is put in a winger position, but also playing central mid as well. It's good to have versatility, especially on the soccer pitch.
Looks to go come on FC Mall on the right wing. The cross inside the box comes in. Comes out with the boot. Now both teams just trying to get a shot on. Will be stoppage time, most likely. Saad looks to go for FC Mammoth. Trying to find a point of attack.
A really good touch there.
1-on-2 opportunity. Van Arsendale comes in, takes up a Murphy, comes out. Acrobatic play of the night where, look, Adriana Salzano came in with her right boot, took it out where, look, may still be FC Mammoth ball, but what a play. That would have been 2-1 FC Mammoth.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal save. Arsdale does a great job getting to that ball, but the ball's still in the danger zone. I mean, you saw it, Zazano, phenomenal job getting that final clearance off, but you can't get away from that play without applauding Versnell on that opportunity. It was a great touch over to her. She was able to get it to her right foot, a really good shot aimed at the lower left corner, and but Arsdale a step ahead, and it was a good shot, but a better save.
I think that's a play for RCNJ where it may still be 1-1 going into the half, but it could be a turning point throughout this game for them. And sometimes you need those momentum turning points going to halftime, a little pep talk going to half. FC Mammoth will try to come in. Gallagher looks to go. Come on, 1-on-3 opportunity. Coming Arsdale right to her. Much easier save than last time. Got 14 shots on the board for FC Mammoth tonight.
And that was another decent opportunity there by Conroy, one of these substitutions for FC Mammoth in this first half. You're seeing a lot of these chances coming from outside the 18, believe it or not, from FC Mammoth. They're trying to do whatever it takes to get shots off in all manners possible. And as of now, still only one goal to show for it. It did happen off a cross inside the box, but they're trying to find a different way to get their second goal in. You're seeing RCJ, I mean, despite the struggles we've seen from them in most of this first half, they've done a very good job fending off a lot of these shots, a lot of these attacks from FC Mammoth, and to kind of prevent any counterattack as well. They kind of have, they're kind of forcing them to work harder than they usually do for a goal or for a chance.
That's what really you've been seeing where it's really one of the pinnacle points and talking points is tonight. See Mammoth in the outside box. Gilbert with the clearance. I mean, well, it's official. It'll be added time. It'll be at least 1 minute. These 1 minute can go fast. It's 60 seconds, Josh. So it's an extra time now that you got in the first half. Here we go. Come in.
Well, RCJ's got to find a way to get an opening, try to get a last-second shot off, but it does not look to seem to be the case.
I feel like for both teams, you just want to go into this half and just be 1-1. Just score and just come out, make it a 1-0 game in the second half. Figuratively, it would be 2-1 on the scoreboard. But mentally, it will be there. Fox going back.
Official checking his watch, might be close to time here.
Comes in as Arsdale does have it. Arsdale keeping herself the last couple seconds. Instead, she'll, with a short pass to Adriana Salzano. Ball free, and the FC Monmouth just have it. Regil will have it, the captain now. And that's all she wrote for the first half of action of this match tonight, where it is 1-1 RCNJ versus FC Monmouth. I think the biggest takeaway I've had so far is the constant aggression after being down 1-0 for FC Monmouth. It just seems like they were the better team so far tonight, and they came back and tied this game up 1-1. I mean, Drossos, what do you got to say about that so far? Because for me, this just screams resilience by this FC Monmouth team.
Oh, absolutely. I think anytime you're down a goal and you're somehow able to fight back and get one back in a game that is so vital to either side, it's definitely huge. It's definitely a talking point and something that we got to keep an eye on. But something you also got to look at as well is the defense of RCNJ. Despite their struggles, again, they were able to fend off a good 14 shots in that first half off an FC Monmouth team that has scored, now with the goal today, 13 goals this season. So it's a stellar job by RCNJ to kind of keep things at a very minimum. But again, like you said, it's something I do believe FC Monmouth had the better half. I do think RCNJ needs to find ways to create more opportunities and to kind of put the momentum in their favor, because they got to play with I think some more. They got to play more desperate, I think. But not desperate as in a panic way. Desperate as in like aggression, absolutely. They got to bring more intensity as well to this game. And you're seeing some of it, right? It's a physical game. It's a back and forth game. Exactly what you would expect for a game of this magnitude late in the year. Again, both teams. This is their 8th game of the season. They're nearing the final games, the final moments that they'll have to try to get in that first spot in the table. But at the end of this first half, I think you can look at both sides and take a lot of positives. But at the end of the day, Sam, it's going to be a 0-0 game essentially going into half number 2. So both teams going to have to reset in that way.
Both teams will reset, and we're going to take a quick short break as we're going to go for a break, water break for halftime, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so.
I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. They have this one in the bag. The white team has got some catching up to do. They're about to make the turn. Meanwhile, the red team's out to their third contestant. They turn right and head back for home. Oh, the handoff was nearly a mess, but they got it back. Red team still out in front. They make the turn and come back for home, and they're down to their final contestants. The white team may come back with this one. Can they pull off the upset? Yes, they can! Out of nowhere! Team Bartholomew steals one!
Oh my God, they came back.
Some noise for Team Bartholomew, everybody! And so we're going to have our post-game meeting right here on the field. Roll over to the first stand. Say hi to Nikki, Jen, and Sarah. Grab some merch and have it signed by your favorite WPSL players right after the game.
We're back here for second half action in the WPSL. Sam Prince alongside with me tonight is Gerasilio. Tonight, Real Central versus FC Mammoth. It's 1-1 in the second half of action where it looked like it was all RCNJ until FC Mammoth decided to come back and become the most aggressive team I think we've seen in a very, very long time here at Ben Cohen Field. But tonight, how can RCNJ get one more goal to make it 2-1 and potentially get the victory?
I think for RCNJ, they just gotta find other ways to create chances while fending off the attack of FC Monmouth. And right now, obviously, you're seeing more chances coming from FC Monmouth early on, but RCNJ's got to very quickly, get this game back within their grasp. Because I think if it weren't for that fast goal they had in the first half, they'd be down a goal right now, obviously. But it would have been a whole different game, especially since now you're coming into half number 2, essentially the same score as the first half.
Well, Gerasimos, you want to look back, it was, and you look at the shots on the shot board, it was 10-1 FC Mammoth, but it was 1-1 at a point. That does not happen, okay? The luck that Real Central has had tonight is absurdly good for them, and let's see if they can capitalize on it tonight.
Well, they've had a good defense so far. I've said this at the end of the first half. They've been fending off a lot of quality chances from this RCNJ side, and so it's now going to be up to them. And here's another chance for them right here. It's going to be up to them to kind of create more of their own chances and to just find a way. That's ultimately what it comes down to. Find a way to get shots off, to get a goal, and here it is right here, a free kick, Sam. Another chance for them to get something off, and I would be shocked if Abby Naj, and I am shocked. She
You
did
are
not
shocked.
take it.
You are shocked. It is not Naj.
I thought Abby Najinovic would be taking this.
It is Riley Hayes will take it outside the box. The shot way too upstairs, and it'll stay in the back net to keep it on the pitch, but it'll be FC Mammoth ball.
Yeah, I think that the thing with that shot was it seemed like she went into that a little flat-footed. Her toe was down, elevated the ball a lot. I think she had to drive that shot a little bit more off the free kick, but definitely had the power, just need the accuracy and try to get your body over top of the ball. But good to see RCNJ, though, early on drawing a foul and getting a quality opportunity.
Okay, the throw-in. Like the aggressiveness so far from RCNJ coming in so far. Ballerina comes in. So with a cross, it'll be FC Mammoth ball. Look to get a ball. Two balls near each other where, look, they can't decide what one zone's going to throw in. Which ball she'll have. 1-on-2. Salzano will have it. Salzano comes back. One red shirt. The bunch is in. Ballerina will come in when the 1-on-2 opportunity comes in. Ball free, out by the wing. And that'll roll right out, and that will be RCNJ ball. Just a little reset for the throw, and comes back and say, you know what? We're going to play aggression. We saw FC Mammoth. We saw you guys play with a lot of aggression. Now we're going to have the aggression. We're going to put the pedal to the metal.
Well, now, if you're FC Monmouth, you don't want to start playing with a lack of effort and with a lack of, strong passes and playing good possession.
Comes in. And it's just going to go right out where it'll just be a goal kick for Arsdale. Arsdale potentially just go with a short pass because there's not a lot of, since she's waving off her defender, so you know what, I'm going to kick this one deep. Inside midfield.
And usually when that's the case, I mean, you're seeing RCNJ kind of crunch in the middle to put as many bodies there as possible where Murphy's going to send the ball in the middle of the pitch. And that's, I guess, something worth noting as well, a goalkeeper change for RCNJ going in half number 2. This is not uncommon for them. They like the change between Van Arsdale and Morgan Murphy in the keeper position.
Comes in. Morgan Murphy. See Mammoth for the first time inside the second half. Controlling the pace, controlling the speed of action. And as I just said that, it's be taken out of a RCNJ ball. Seems like I had a little reverse jinx there.
Well, I don't know if any team is really taking control of the second half yet. It just seems as though it's the back and forth, both sides trying to get back into the groove of things, and still trying to figure out how they're going to try to get this game-leading goal. And whoever is able to get that goal, if a goal happens, that team is going to be the favorite to come away with this one. And I think both teams have to act that way with their play.
Ball up. Stays in bounce. RCNJ looks to clear. Comes in. Looks to go off Murphy's hand. That's going to be out.
Oh, my. Nearly an improbable miss at first. It took a deflection, but wow. Pangelo almost had her second goal in 2 games right there, right in front of the net. I can't believe the ball somehow got over that crossbar.
That's something they're going to want to have back. That looked like it would have been a goal like Abby Natch's goal earlier inside the first 5 minutes of the first half. Instead of this match where, look, seems like it could have been a whole new game, but instead it'll be the corner kick for FC Mammoth. Comes in. But the shot comes in, goes off, taken it by the red shirts.
And wow, just laying it all out there was RCNJ, and more specifically Megan Balerna sliding in front of Pangelo, who had the previous shot as well. So some desperate defense.
And the shot, the goal! Take the lead for the first time as FC Mammoth with a long bullet shot from deep behind the wings.
What a strike that was. I mean, such force off the post and in. Just a phenomenal shot by FC Mammoth. And what a way to get a goal here within 7 minutes of this first half. And it looks as though it's going to be Kiki Barber with goal number 3 on the year. That ties a team lead.
And it ties a team lead with Paige Sights in the year. But Kiki Barber, who came out really early, really in the mid part of this first half, came up for some rests and paid forward for her.
Well, now if you're RCNJ, would not hurt to kind of replicate what FC Mammoth was able to accomplish in half number 1, and that was responding rather quickly to the early goal in the first half. And so if you're RCNJ, you got to find a way to respond as quickly as possible, because this really puts not just the game into jeopardy, being down 2-1 here early in the second half, but it puts essentially your season in jeopardy. And I think you really got to come away from this game with a victory at the very least.
You know, FC Mammoth, this would really damage the playoff chances for RCNJ and propel this FC Mammoth team just higher and higher, where it's do or die each game, and they'd still be alive if the score still stands.
Unfortunate timing of the run there. I thought it was timed well myself, just as the crowd presented, but Phoebe American fortunately passed the back 4 before the pass was played. Yeah, I mean, how big of a win would this be for FC Mammoth, too? I feel like
huge.
we've been talking about Rio Central, but if they win this game, they're in second place.
They are, and one thing I want to take a note, after FC Mammoth was down 1-0, they got the aggression, pedal to the metal, pedal to the metal, pedal to the metal, pedal to the metal. Will we see the same turn for RCNJ? We're going to have to wait and see, because that's something we're going to have to go.
I think it's going to be very tough, but they got to try their best to play slowly and to play through possession. And the reason why I say it will be difficult is because now with the lead, it gives a lot more freedom to FC Mammoth to take more risks and to apply more pressure on RCNJ. And you're already seeing that right there. They forced a turnover that created a chance there. They still have possession here, but I mean, if you're RCNJ, you got to find a way to combat that and to kind of slow the game down and play your game.
And that's what they haven't really played their game really for the whole second half. It's been all FC Mammoth's game, if you want to say if it's someone's game, theirs, or FC Mammoth's. It's been FC Mammoth's game. That's been something where they just have to come back.
I mean, with 16 shots on the board now, I mean, 14 in just the first half, you'd expect them to have more than a goal at this stage of the game, and they did just that with that phenomenal strike, which if you did miss it, was from Kiki Barber. It's her third of the season, but RCNJ now trying to match it here. Quite the attack so far on this far side.
Crott looks to have it with 1-on-2. Goes in with the cross. Comes in, Ballerina. Comes in with a shot, gets it up. And that's going to go right behind the netting, and Drosmus, that's not a goal as you thought that was from our angle.
I was ready to jump up and down. I was ready. That was a really good opportunity, but Najinovic waited, I think, a tad too long for the ball to get to her instead of going to it, but really close. I did thought it was going to go in. From our view, it looked like it went in through the near post, but it hit the side of the netting, unfortunately.
Those are some shots you want to have back, and you weren't the only person in the stands.
It was a very good cross, by the way, by Sam Out. I mean, that was quite the cross to get in there inside the 6, and it's probably the best opportunity we've seen so far from RCNJ in this half.
Comes in. Nash. Want to go. Looks to move forward. Looks to come as Crott, who tried to have an opportunity earlier. Crott playing in the middle, just behind the box. Gilbert looks to have it, passes back to Murphy.
Good recovery to get to that.
Looks to go. Comes up, free ball. As one zone will have it. One zone. Looks to go. Crott on the right wing with the cross inside the box, deflected up by FC Mammoth. Inside the box. Looks to roll. Comes in time. Crott to Gilbert. Gilbert goes off.
Very good tackle by Gilbert. Not just getting in there with the slide, but avoiding a cautionary act, avoiding a foul call, getting all ball on that slide. Just, it's not something that is easy to teach, and to see someone like Gilbert go in there for a challenge is quite impressive.
Gilbert has not been on the bench side. She's played all 58 minutes tonight.
And she's looked great, as has this RCNJ defense. I mean, again, 16 shots faced, just 2 goals. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. And I think part of the reason maybe that goal was able to find them back in the net is, again, a new keeper in with Morgan Murphy. Kind of had to get her feet set, and I think she has now.
Comes in off of Gilbert's head. Rolls back. Real Central looking to clear. Comes out. Comes in. Nash.
Great way to win the battle there for RCNJ.
Major comes up. Crott, 1-on-3. Looks to speed with the run.
Good decision to play back.
Pass back with the shot, late too high. It'll be deflected off. It'll be a save for FC Mammoth. Being on K. Nagel.
And just a great opportunity there, Crott. A smart idea to play it back one to kind of create the better opportunity for the likes of Riley Hayes, who usually plays in a midfielder role, but looks like Ryan Thompson has opted to put her up top to start this second half, and I kind of like the decision to kind of get some height on the front line.
Goes the shot for Bauer. Can't get it in.
And Megan Ballerna, good job cutting to her left foot, getting the shot off as well, on target, if you want to add some more to it. But I think so far you're kind of seeing a decent response from RCNJ, getting these shots off from wherever they can, and to put some pressure on an FC Mammoth side that has the lead as of now.
Where you've seen the same type of aggression for now RCNJ as FC Mom started to have, where they're now starting at shot for shot, where they're just hoping one of these shots will go in to be the equalizer. Still FC Mom's ball will be out now. It's going to be RCNJ with the throw-in. Salzano will have it. Back with Sam Allen. To Crott. Be off of Taylor Crott. With a throw-in for FC Mammoth. Comes in. Off of Gillen, free ball, the right side of the pitch. Settle just pass it back to Beyond J. Nagel. For FC Mammoth, just gonna have it.
And a good recovery by Nagel in the back to avert the crisis there. It was I would say a missed touch in the back four.
Looks to go. Crot. Looks to have it.
And once again, you're seeing RCNJ push into the attacking third. We've seen the ball, I think, on FC Mammoth's half for the majority of this second half, and it's definitely something you want to see after giving up that early goal. Kind of the opposite from what we saw in the first half after FC Mammoth had to respond. But now RCNJ is going to have to try to get that, not only stop this attack, but get that tying goal at some point.
With the attack coming. Looks like RCNJ only interception. The cross by Major. Taylor Crott in midfield, she'll have it. Crott intercepted by Beeser.
Yeah, tried to thread the needle to Phoebe Merrigan. Not a bad idea, but a swarm of white jerseys there to prevent the through ball from getting through.
The cross, it's in. Looks to go with the shot, and Murphy will just take it up herself.
And it was not a bad opportunity at all. Well driven, even had some elevation to it, but Murphy at that time now, she's had a few minutes to kind of get settled in. You're seeing it right then and there, right on her toes, and makes a great catch off an impressive shot.
You know, I mean, it was right towards her. She saw it, good reaction. FC Moss still looks to the aggression of the attack, where Murphy, the ball will roll right towards her. And there's been 17 shots total for FC Moss. That's 10 more for RCNJ. Now where Murphy is just going to go with a long kick boot towards midfield. They're going to try to get one clear away where it's intended to Crott. She's going to get it off her feet the wrong way and still be RCNJ ball.
It's going to be substitutions for both sides here now, Sam.
Substitutions for both sides in the 64th minute. Entering the pitch for Real Central New Jersey, number 10, Lizzie Arthur.
Lizzie Arthur, who's going to come in from Major. And for FC Mon, they're going to have two substitutions momentarily. Paige Sites coming back in. Maddie DiEugenia. This is the first time Paige Sites is going to come in this half. I mean, they've been playing so well so far in the second half, where it almost looks like they almost didn't need Paige Sites, but now you're going to add a weapon on the pitch. Does the rich get richer?
Yeah, definitely, and also bringing on the goal scorer, DiEugenia, who had the header in the first half to kind of tie the game up for FC Mammoth. They have her back in as well, so double trouble coming in for FC Mammoth. But again, if you're RCNJ, I like the move that they made, bringing out Lizzie Arthur, who actually she scored 2 games ago, but that was actually RCNJ's 100th goal in their 5-year tenure of being in the WPSL. So quite fun to see. I saw that recently, and I think congrats to her getting the 100th goal, I guess, in the team's history.
Hey, 100. You got to have it somewhere.
Gotta get it at some point, right?
Having so around 20 goals a game and out accounting with 100 goals. A little more. And it still will be FC Mammoth's ball.
Your attention, please. Substitution for Real Central New Jersey in the 66th minute.
Looks like Crot is exiting.
Delariano is going to come in for Taylor Crott. I mean, Taylor Crott, who's been all over this pitch tonight in the second half, is going to just take a breather.
And she deserves it. She's had a really good game, not just from an offensive standpoint, but from, like, I would just say a controlling standpoint, just able to control the pace of play, very good on the ball, able to make the right pass at the right time, and a well-deserved rest for her, as you'd mentioned.
Comes in. Goes out. Durelli tonight. RCNJ. Just want to play clearance to keep away. Keep the pedal to the metal going on. Gilling will intercept this one. Comes in. Will try to be the point of attack, the co-captain. And that's too long of a pass where they could have gone something to Serlenga where you saw the through ball, but she just couldn't get it. It was too much power.
Yeah, and that was the captain pushing the pace there. Lizzie Gillen stepped up to make that play. Unfortunately, a little too much on the back end of it, but it would have been a phenomenal play if it was in the reach of her teammate on the left wing.
You've been seeing more and more substitutions for RCNJ. I mean, this is just something where you want to display, get your fresh legs now, and just try to figure something out because you've been seeing Drossers a lot in WPSL towards around the 70-minute mark. They like to put their bench in. Comes in, once go, comes in, can't go in with a shot. Way too to the right. Could have been the equalizer, but instead it will be the same 2-1 score.
Wow, and a really good job by RCNJ to win that ball right in their sweet spot. And Lizzie Arthur had a shot there for a second, just got off her foot, but then you saw right after Riley Hayes with a great shot from herself, just wide right. Seen the slice a little bit as well, had some spin to it, but good elevation, just need to get it on frame. And I think that's just shows that RCNJ's kind of a step away here from getting back into this game. And I mean, let's face it, if they score within the next 5 or so minutes, for example, I mean, they have a whole 20 minutes to still win this game. So they're still not out of it, but they got to score quickly.
No, I mean, they're not out of it at all. This is a team who can still come back in. I mean, you see their fresh legs where Lizzie Arthur is someone who's been, silent this year, but she's made a lot of impactful shots. And, maybe she can be one of the impactful players tonight to make it 2-2, potentially be the equalizer.
Yeah, I thought at that range she'd need to probably get the shot off a little faster, but still, at the end of the day, I mean, a good opportunity that she created, getting that ball over to her teammate. Just unfortunate it couldn't find the frame.
Comes in as RCNJ. Wants to have it. Oh, the opportunities. Nagel. Comes in. RCNJ.
Well done by Merrigan.
Merrigan comes out. RCNJ with the interception. Nagel with the block. This will be free ball as Gillian will have it. Another boot across the pitch, just clear this one. That's what FC Miles game is now. You're ahead by 1 goal. It just start playing clear.
Not just that, but I think just playing possession is going to do all that you need. And I think, if anything, I know they'd want to get that 3rd goal, but they've been playing very well against a high-powered RCNJ offense coming into the second half. So I think playing possession would probably do them some good. So we'll see what head coach of FC Monmouth, Lou Santa Cruz, and his side is able to accomplish in the second half, and if they're able to hold on to this 2-1 lead that they've gained early on in this half.
We've reached the 7-minute mark. We have 20 more minutes left of regulation, where FC Monmouth is leading 2-1 over RCNJ. Silzano will count herself. Play boot ball with Sam Allen. Allen to bring it up. Comes in, RCNJ. With the cross to Allen. Allen off of her. Comes in, Ballerina.
Oh, just offside, but it's such a great idea by Balerna. A really good turn to her left. Try to play it out to the right wing, but again, just a mistimed run. But you're seeing that RCNJ has the right idea time and time again. And I think they've really had the better half so far from an attacking standpoint, despite not scoring. And it's something that's probably good to see as well in a game of this magnitude, where you have to find some way to get closer to 3 points rather than none or even just one. I don't know if a draw will do much good.
Alexis Castillo is now going in this game for Phoebe Merrigan. Substitutions of substitutions in the WPSL. You've seen it tonight.
Well, it seems to be working because, RCNJ is coming out with a lot more energy right now than FC Monmouth. They seem, I'm not saying they seem tired, but they definitely seem, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, hey, when you're running back and forth for so long, I mean, you're going to get tired. It's natural. See, Mammoth looks to attack. Gilbert try to stop. Comes in with the cross. And that's getting just on the net outside where angle where it thought it been a goal, but you saw it earlier where sometimes those shots were off and then a goal outside looks like it's in. McGee's going to come back on the match for FC Monmouth. And Gallagher is going to come back in too.
Yeah, now you're seeing FC Monmouth trying to match the fresh legs of RCNJ, and at this stage in the game, with just we're about 20 minutes away from stoppage time. You gotta do what you can to put your team in the best position.
RCNJ with the attack to come in inside the box. One-on-one opportunity. Instead, it's getting out. And that's a corner kick for RCNJ.
To our surprise, actually, it's going to be a goal kick. I think it may have went off.
Yeah, I think it went off of RCNJ while that ball is coming up. So that's my bad. I apologize for that one. But that's one of those where you look away for a second. Could be. With the boot. All the way on the other side of the pitch is Abby Nash. Alfonso looks to go. Coming. RCNJ try to get the steal. RC Mammoth playing a little conservative. Off the fresh legs. Just over 15 minutes left to go. Paulina looks to have it. Looks to go as Kovitz. The cross in. That'll be RCNJ's ball, and Drosmos, even though they are down 2-1 in the second half for RCNJ. They've been playing much more aggressive, kind of similar to FC Mammoth, the way they came out, but I don't know if anything compared to the 10 straight shots they had.
Oh, no, definitely not. But, I mean, RCNJ definitely winning the shot count in this half, 5-4. So something good you like to see, but now you just got to capitalize and turn those shots into shots on goal and even better goals. But, again, like you said, you're seeing a lot more aggressiveness and a lot more assertiveness when it comes to their play as they're trying to be as fluent as possible with their possession and even facing all the pressure as well from an FC Mammoth side that kind of can play with a little freedom since they have that cushion.
Anna Castro is going to come in for number 18. Kaylee Nagel. Nagel is coming back in where? It's to her. RCNJ looks like they're going to have some subs momentarily. And we're under the 15-minute mark as there's 76 minutes on the clock. RCNJ looks to push. Alexis Seiko's going to have it. Comes in with the cross, the boot. Goes in. CNJ can't get that one in.
And a much-needed corner for RCNJ. They've been looking for that corner for a while, and hopefully they're able to make something happen with it. As it looks like a double substitution now for RCNJ.
Nicola Mosionik's going to come back in this match. Catherine Sinarowski is going to come in for Megan Malerner. And Adriana Salzano for the first time in this match, she will come out. She's played all 77 minutes up until now.
It looks like Riley Hayes will take the corner.
Hayes, corner of the cross, up in the box, playing a little pinball. Red shirt's coming back in with a shot. It's a goal! Make that 2-2.
Wow, what a strike that was. Lizzie Arthur, my goodness. What a missile into the upper left 90 of the frame. And in a big way, it looks like RCNJ is right back in it here, Sam.
Hey, remember the comment we were talking about earlier? Lizzie Arthur is that unspoken piece, the one shot who was deflected off where it didn't really going to go into the books as a goal. It's going to come out as a shot where it was the first shot on goal they had in a while after it was a 2-1 on the equalizer she had off the bench. I mean, Lizzie Arthur now, it's a totally different game, man. Now, FC Mammoth was almost had this one. The tables return where not so fast, FC Mammoth. RCNJ is coming. Your reaction said it all. You're like, you put your hands up. You're like, oh, my God.
It was a stellar shot. Probably one of the best goals I've seen here at Ben Cohen Field all year long. I mean, coming off the corner, off a few deflections, to stay ready and to take that shot with such confidence. I mean, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of confidence, as I just mentioned, to put up a strike like that. And Lizzie Arthur, my goodness me, what a shot to make it 2 goals in 3 games.
I mean, for her, she's on fire tonight. She's on fire, 2 goals in 3 games, I mean. Maybe RCNJ can have that late season push, as you always like to talk about.
I mean, they need it if they want a shot at the postseason.
Oh, wanted to go for the cross, couldn't get it.
And you're also seeing quite the equivalent half. I mean, the first half, it was RCNJ that struck first, and then it was an FC Mammoth response, and now the complete opposite. FC Mammoth with the quick goal, and RCNJ with the goal of their own to match things up at 2-2. And we're in for an exciting finish for 2 teams that desperately need a win if they want to get into first place by the end of the year, might I add.
Real Central now, it's like, do you play aggressive? And do you just play conservative, go for the draw? You got to go play aggressive.
I think, no, you have to. There's no other choice, and it's for both sides as well. I mean, we are in for a treat as we just hit the 80-minute mark. I mean, 10 minutes left. It's going to be 10 of the best minutes I think we've seen from RCNJ here at Ben Coing Field all season long. It's going to be fun to see which team wants to win this one more, and with a win can jump a few spots in the standings.
Either Cox and Adriano Salzano is going to come back in for Sam Allen. Hines comes in. Conroy is going to go in for Ryan Stanton. So now you got your starters on the bench with the fresh legs. Now it's do or die time. You got about 10 minutes left of regulation.
Yeah, I think the approach here now for RCNJ, the team that just scored, is to kind of keep up with the pace that you were at, not to let FC Mammoth get things back on their side like they did in the first half, and to make sure you prevent any sort of quality chance or momentum to be gained.
So roll outside.
And a pretty important corner here for FC Mammoth. And this is going to be as important for RCNJ. It's going to be a tough defend. They have defenders at the near and far post, it seems, on this corner. And you can also see some white jerseys lining up on the far side of the pitch. They'll probably be running near post here. Keep an eye out for that.
Comes in. On the cross. Out. Now RCNJ, it's up to them. 82 minutes. 8 left to go inside regulation before potentially stoppage time.
FC Monmouth, once again, seems like they're controlling possession coming out of that goal, and not something, again, you want to see if you're RCNJ. You don't want to get on a sugar rush off of that goal. You want to stay composed, stay calm, and realize the task at hand, that you need to get that third goal as soon as possible because time is winding down. And while the draw definitely looks better than the 2-1 score line that it looked to be just before the 79th minute, where we saw that crazy goal from Lizzie Arthur, but you do definitely need a win if you want your playoff hopes to stay alive at all costs.
Oh yeah, I mean this is something where, for either team you got to win. Lizzie Arthur really changes things up here in the WPSL potential standings changes.
And it's more specifically in this Colonial division of the Mid-Atlantic Conference.
Comes in RCNJ.
Good opportunity here.
Goes back.
So unfortunate to go off the heel of Masionik.
Gillen could have had that one.
Actually, it's the same exact thing on the other end, off the heel.
I mean, you just saw this neck and neck, time after time. We're in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. Well, they attack RCNJ, the speed. Gonna be out.
Another corner for RCNJ. This is
corner.
Exactly how they scored that second goal. It wasn't directly off the corner, but it took a cross and a few deflections for that absurd volley that we saw go hit the back of the net, and hopefully RCNJ trying to replicate what they accomplished just 5 to 7 minutes ago.
With the corner. The attack comes in. Free ball. RCNJ looks to have it. Ava Fox.
Tried to get out of it with a little spin move, a Maradona, if you will. Not a bad idea, especially with the touchline playing an initial defender in a sense. But unfortunately, it's now in the hands of FC Mammoth if you're RCNJ.
Comes back. Could it go? All right, a little pinball. To go. CNJ with the attack outside the box. There to go.
RCNJ playing really good possession right now.
They're taking their time. They don't know how many more of these shots they could potentially get off as Fox tries to keep it in. And instead it'd be a goal kick.
Well, it was a good sequence of passes there, and you're seeing RCNJ kind of have a different approach to their offensive possessions. They're really surveying the field, waiting for the opening, and actually there was a really good opening there on the right wing, and quite the chance for Ava Fox to get to it. Unfortunately, just out of her reach, but you're seeing RCNJ kind of, that's I think why they played the better half. They've been able to take their time in certain moments and to kind of create good opportunities. But here we are on the contrary with FC Mammoth.
Wins to go. RCNJ looks to clear with Fox and company. Gillen. Looks to have it. Looks to go. Will be out. Time is ticking away.
Really interesting to see how much stoppage time we have available. Can't imagine it will be a great amount, so both these sides definitely need to find a way to get something going going into this 90-minute mark. But if I'd had to guess, this would be about a 2 to 3 minute stoppage time period.
I would say my guess would be 2 minutes. Foul.
Every position matters now, especially at this point in the game. But it'd be quite disappointing, I think, for either side to end this game in a 2-2 draw, knowing that, yes, you gained a point, but you didn't really gain much ground in the standings. But it looks like FC Mammoth trying to change things.
Comes in, it's a goal! FC Mammoth changes things at the last second with the dream killer to make it 3-2 FC Mammoth.
Wow, and it's Stainton with the goal from our vantage point. Just a phenomenal cross and a one-touch shot just to get it on frame and to get in that bottom right corner. And like you say, kind of the dream killer for RCNJ. That very well might just do it. Again, we never say never. Still some time left for RCNJ. But late in this game, Staten may have just played the hero for FC Mammoth in this game and for their season.
Well, she's going to put on the cape, and now you can almost, if things go the FC Mammoth's ways the rest of these next couple minutes, you can almost eliminate RCNJ from playoff opportunity.
Yeah, this would just about do it, unfortunately, for the home crowd here at Ben Cohen Field.
So last WPSL game here at Real Central, 10 games and 5-5, and crazy this season has already come to an end.
Yeah, I mean, RCNJ, their final home game of the year, they played their last two on the road, and it's actually the opposite for FC Mammoth, believe it or not. This is their final away game of the season. But yeah, kind of crazy that we're already 8 games gone by the time this final whistle blows. But I mean, RCNJ, again, the team that came into this one 3-1-3, 3 wins. They were trying for their 4th, and the same exact thing for FC Mammoth, 3 wins and as well.
Comes in now, 1 minute more of regulation.
Good guess, Sam.
We're going to have 2 minutes to stoppage time. Hey, we're going to say, hey, at least it could go to 3. So we'll see whose prediction is right, okay?
I went with 3, so I'll give you the win on that one.
Hey, what if there's some more substitutions? They say, you know what? We're going to add some more stoppage time. We've seen it happen.
Well, RCNJ's got to play in desperate mode. Oh, what a pass.
Spritz. Going to go in. Now maybe there's one more shot left for either team. If you're FC Mammoth, you're just going to play conservative and clear. What a game this has been. What a match on the pitch.
Really has been quite the game. I mean, both sides throwing punches right back at each other, back and forth battle here and there in a game that is so vital to both teams.
In a game where it'll propel FC Mammoth to second place in the table, where they now have a chance to get in the playoffs for the first time in their WPSL career.
It's a good point you mentioned. This is the first season that FC Mammoth has been in the WPSL. Would be quite the story for them to make it to the postseason in their first season.
Yeah, storybook season could happen, but they got a couple more do-or-die games left, and they survived tonight by the skin of their teeth. FC Mammoth try to put this game away.
Yeah, and they're going to go to the corner and waste as much
Conroy
clock as possible.
is going to have it, just take it up herself and kick it out.
Smart.
X.
Put the ball in the one spot that's farthest away from the other net.
Conroy will take all her time in the world. Conroy with the cross. Oh, come out. I don't think we can talk about this enough. FC Mammoth 20 shots tonight, and they're winning 3-2.
I mean, the defense of RCNJ did all they could. I mean, in this game, just unfortunate to leave a wide open player in the box, which was Staten, to get that shot off on Morgan Murphy, who came in at halftime to play goalkeeper for RCNJ.
And that is all she wrote. FC Mammoth will win this match 3-2, and they will survive on the last home game at Ben Cone Field for WPSL RCNJ. They will fall 3-2 in Gerasimos. What a game they took out and came out quickly scoring Rabbi Nash. Minute 1-0, and then it was all FC Mammoth the rest of tonight. And do you have any last words? What would you say to this team after tonight? There's not that much you can do.
Not much you can do. And honestly, a great effort by RCNJ. Obviously, I think they played the better second half. I think they did a very good job. Just unfortunate to make that final mistake in the box to leave the player wide open inside the 6. It was a good one-time shot by Staten, so you got to give credit where credit is due. But Lizzie Arthur, a great goal today off the volley to give her 2 goals in 3 games. Abby Naj adding to her team lead 3 goals with an absolute banger in the first half. Just to look at some positives for the RCNJ side. But FC Mammoth, what a win this was for them. I mean, this propels them to second place with 14 points. Obviously, second place or third place Delaware does have 2 games in hand, so we'll see where they how they play those 2 games. But FC Mammoth puts themselves in a position to still get that first place spot, while RCNJ, it seems like all may have been lost tonight, unfortunately, in front of the home crowd. But believe it or not, this won't be the last time both these teams play each other. They actually will play each other in the final game of the regular season in Monmouth Township, New Jersey.
And we will see if RCNJ can get revenge. But for one last time for Ben Conefield, I'm Sam Prince here alongside with me tonight was Gerasimos Gerasilio. We thank everyone and thank our crew for coming tonight, and we thank our fans one last time. Thank you for watching.